Hi there, this is a cry for help, please. I'm requesting Conspiracy Cats, can you please?
When you scroll, you see when.
Welcome. Lately, much in Flat Earth has revolved around what Flat Earthers called the Black Swan, which are some bad videos and photographs that they claim prove that the Earth is flat, by claiming that the horizon is further away than it should if the Earth is round. A claim that has been proven wrong by many debunkers, but as these fanatics refuse to accept.
We have more horizons than the visuals on our globe. One is the radar horizon. Another is the radio horizon. Today we intend to go a little deeper into the radar horizon, which is a flat Earth killer. Radar, radio detection, and ranging, is a detection system that uses radio waves to determine the range, angle, or velocity of objects. Radio waves from the transmitter reflect off the object and return to the receiver, giving information about the object's location and speed.
In the same way as light, the curvature of the Earth creates a constraint for a radar. It does not look around corners and over the horizon. Based on how fast the signal returns, one can see with great precision how far it is to an object that reflects the radar signal. In other words, you can measure with great accuracy how far you see.
A radar beam follows a linear path in vacuum but follows a somewhat curved path in atmosphere due to variation in the refractive index of air, which is called the radar horizon. Even when the beam is emitted parallel to the ground, the beam rises above the ground as the curvature of the Earth sinks below the horizon. These limitations are known to anyone who has been trained in using radar. You also see this as soon as you use a radar. It is of the utmost importance that if you drive a boat or airplane and use radar to know its limitations.
In addition to the curvature of the Earth, there are many other limiting factors for a radar's range. Frequency, transmitter power, antenna size, lubrication, etc. All these factors can be calculated. But today we do not intend to address these but focus on keeping it simple without formulas and calculations.
On all boats and ships you place radar antennas as high as you can. On large vessels you can also have a radar placed lower, at the bow. This for better resolution up close.
If you place the same radar on a smaller boat, it will have a shorter range. On a flat Earth you wouldn't get that difference.
This simple sketch shows how it works. It is exactly as when ships disappear with the bottom first. The horizon blocks the radar signals. That this is true is simply to test if you have access to a boat with radar. When I mounted new radar on my boat I could easily calculate the range depending on the height I mounted.
If the Earth was flat like a pizza, we wouldn't have a radar horizon. How far you could see with the radar would only be limited by power, interference, etc. You would not have a clear horizon, which is also easy to calculate. You can see that it exists when you drive a boat. You can predict when different things will appear on the radar.
I have radar certificates, both civilian and military. I use radar daily. How a radar works in reality is undoubtedly a flat Earth killer. Now surely some Flerf will say that I am paid by NASA or something else idiotic. Probably someone who has never used a real radar.
After all, Flerfs usually complains about doing their own experiments. Here you have the opportunity to perform simple tests. If there is no radar horizon, the Earth is not a globe. Arctic, have you thought of one thing? I haven't met any sea captain who thinks the Earth is flat. Nor have I met any real pilot who believes that. Bob Nudel's duel is not considered a real pilot.
No, I see. I have not met any sea captain or pilot who thinks the Earth is flat. But are you a painter, traveling salesman, or have read some law? Then you are an expert in photography, astronomy, physics. And think you can prove that the Earth is flat? They don't have a model or map that shows how a pizza ground works. That doesn't matter. Everyone else is idiots. Quite funny that they do not understand that most people think contrary to who are idiots. This was a slightly shorter video. Thanks for watching.